What's up, y'all? It's your boy. Today we are going to be making our Agar. Yeah, so today I'll be showing y'all how to make this lovely medium for microorganismic growth. Pretty much what this is just some gelatin that's really good at growing bacteria that we'll be using to clone mushrooms. So today we'll be using this Agar premix. It's pretty promising. It's petri dishes and our trusty mason jar. Oh yeah, lest we forget, pressure cooker. 50 milligrams into our mixture. So I'll start off by doing that. Gotten our 50 grams of agar mixed in. We're just gonna add in some water. It's about what a liter of water should look like. Should be good. Alright, at this point, what we're gonna do is grab our nearest puncturing agent, give the lid a good hold. Wasn't as smooth as I wanted it, but you know, it worked. I can see. Alright. Now at this point, we get our tin foil. Before we do this though, we want to make sure the lid is about quarter tight. You want it to be a little loose, but not like, you know, not like shaky, but you know, just barely closed. The reason for that is you want there to be a way for air to escape when things get hot. Tin foil over it to keep wet air from getting inside our medium, which will lead to contaminants. Pretty much what we're doing is we're going to be pressure cooking this mixture here. The point of doing that is honestly to kill all the bacteria. Alright, so at this point we went ahead and added some water to our good old sterilizer here, or pressure cooker, whatever. A good tip, you want to have some other mason jars or something to keep the level. In this case, we're going to be using these mason jars to stabilize our agar, like so. And that's just what it's going to be. So this is our lid, man. There's a pressure gauge here, and then pressure release valve. Pretty nifty. So the way we'll be closing the pressure cooker, you want to seal it like so. Then you want to twist the handles until they lock, like this. Once they're locked and pressure builds, these pins on the side of the handle here are going to come up and lock the pressure cooker in place. When pressure builds, different story. So that's pretty much how we load it in. Remember I said you want to be conscious of the water level, because of course that is the water that we will be steaming to build pressure and sterilize our units. Alright, so luckily I have an electric stove, so it means I just turn on the heat and we wait. So you might notice that sound behind me. That's the sound of the pressure cooker, or PC building pressure. Now I know what you're asking. What is this rattling? What is this shaking? What is this carrying on, going on about, fussing about? Well, I'm glad you asked, because that would be the sound of our pressure cooker building pressure. Mine is pretty messed up. The gauge is a little faulty, so it only goes up to 10. We'll best believe it still applies that pressure. Pretty sure that's normal. Now that our pressure cooker is building pressure, PC in other words, we'll be waiting for approximately 15 to 30 minutes for the Agar to heat up, and then cool it down and pour it.